All right, joining me right now is law professor and civil rights attorney Avery Friedman and criminal defense attorney Richard Herman. I know people are thinking, wait a minute, is this Saturday? Yes, you're usually with me on Saturday. We had to change things around, and we appreciate that you guys are willing to do that for us and with us. All right, good to see you guys. Okay, so Richard, you first, because this is really a unique situation, is it not? Because you're talking about a representative of the school district who says it is desegregated, but we're talking about an issue of where people live, and that is what helps support the notion or the reality for them, which is you've got predominantly white schools, predominantly black schools because of where people live. So at what point does the court need to step in or should be stepping in to say, we want to see that everyone is integrated? Is it an issue of redrawing the district lines here, or is it busing, encouraging people to, to leave the area that they live in for the sake of better integrating schools?
Well, Fred, after 62 years from Brown v. Board of Ed, which basically outlawed segregated schools and provided a constitutional right for a student to go and have an integrated education, and some 51 years after litigation commenced in Cleveland to prevent segregation in the schools, and after 3 failed plans presented by local school officials, it's time for the government and the Department of Justice to step in. There are some 3,600 students enrolled in schools in Cleveland. Of 11 of the schools, some 4 of them have 90% population of black. Whether you have the right to choose, that's not the factor here, Fred. It's an integrated education. That's the constitutional right here, and that's what the schools need. There is a train track that separates white from black in this town. It's like across the tracks. It's a time warp, and the time has come. It has to stop.
So isn't the issue, though, Richard and Avery, not just about race, that somebody sees something wrong with all white students, all black students, but it's an issue. Brown versus Board of Education, at issue was resources. That if you're going to have separation like this, or if you're going to have schools where a majority, you have majority white, majority black, there is a balancing act of resources. Do they equally have resources, money, teachers with the same kind of qualifications? Is that part of the argument here, Richard?
There is, and it goes beyond that, Fred. There is a stigma in Cleveland, Mississippi, Avery. There is a stigma there that the white schools are better, you get a better education in a white school than a black school. And the students that are going to the black schools, they don't want to change because that's how their parents did it, that's how their grandparents did it, so that's the way it's supposed to be. And this is what they have to break up in Cleveland, Mississippi. There is a distinction. The white education in Cleveland, Mississippi is better than the black. That's a fact. There are more resources, and that stigma has to change. These students are equal, and they deserve an integrated education.
All right. Avery Friedman, Richard Herman, thank you so much. Always good to see you. Even on a Sunday. Even better. Yeah. Extra bonus. All right, good to see you. We'll be right back.